Imagine waking up in a world that history swears never existed, Atlantis, alive and breathing around you. Plato once described this place as a land flowing with abundance, a civilization so advanced it was beyond imagination. Then suddenly, in a single day and night, it disappeared beneath the sea. But what was Atlantis really about? How advanced was it? What happened to it? And most importantly, what would life be like if you found yourself there tomorrow? Let's find out in this episode. In ancient Greece, philosophy was beginning to shape how people understood the world. Plato, a student of Socrates, gained respect for his depth of thought. But one day, he shook the world with two writings, Timaeus and Critias. In these works, Plato didn't just talk about creation, he described a mysterious civilization, Atlantis. According to him, Poseidon was given the island, fathered children there, and built a grand kingdom. His description sounded like something from science fiction. Atlantis, larger than Libya and Asia combined, stretched across the Atlantic, reaching as far as Egypt in one direction and Europe in another. Its empire was vast, its technology unimaginable. Plato claimed he learned about Atlantis from Egyptian priests, who passed down records dating back 9,000 years. For some, this was too much. Scholars argued, was Plato recording history or using Atlantis as a metaphor? The debate continues. If Atlantis was only an allegory, why did Plato place it among real locations, Asia, Libya, and Europe? And why describe its destruction so vividly? He wrote, "Violent earthquakes and floods came, and in a single day and night Atlantis sank beneath the sea." To many, this sounds like more than a parable. Could Atlantis have been real? Imagine then, waking up in Atlantis. You open your eyes to the morning sun rising over rings of land and sea. White walls glisten, crystal domes hum with energy. Your home, built from glowing stone, regulates its own temperature and channels natural frequencies. Outside, there are no cars or traffic jams. Instead, magnetic pods glide silently on invisible tracks. Streets and buildings are designed with sacred geometry, aligned with stars, vibrating with healing energy. Here, science and spirituality are one. You step into the energy hall. Massive crystals pulse with violet light, drawing Earth's energy to power the city. These crystals don't just fuel machines, they affect consciousness. Ancient records suggest such crystal networks once existed in places like Egypt and Tibet. Healing in Atlantis is also different. No pills, no surgery. Illness is seen as an imbalance in the body's frequency. Light, sound, and color are used to restore harmony. Patients lie under prisms as beams of colored light realign energy. What we call alternative medicine today was their standard practice. Education, too, is far from rote memorization. Children learn telepathy, astronomy, geometry, and spiritual sciences. Schools are also temples, teaching balance between intellect and intuition. Governance follows the same principle. Kings and queens aren't born into power. They earn it through wisdom and discipline. Councils of healers, scientists, and sages guide society. Priests are trained from childhood in energy mastery and spiritual law. Leadership is based not on wealth or bloodline, but on merit. Daily life flows with rhythm. Work isn't seen as labor, but as sacred contribution. Artists, builders, and scientists are all one, using creativity as service. Play is immersive learning, music, dance, and meditation. Even meals are rituals, designed to nourish body and spirit. Travel is seamless. Pods levitate along magnetic lines, while tunnels carry people underwater across continents. Atlanteans are said to have mapped the globe long before explorers like Columbus, reading the stars as guides and using magnetic propulsion to cross oceans. Archaeological puzzles around the world, precision-cut stones in Pumapunku, pyramids in Egypt and Mexico, the underwater ruins of Yonaguni, lead some to believe they may be remnants of Atlantean influence. Legends even suggest that when Atlantis fell, survivors carried knowledge to other lands. Figures like Egypt's Thoth or Mesoamerica's Quetzalcoatl may have been Atlanteans teaching wisdom to new civilizations. But how did such a civilization fall? Plato wrote that greed and moral decline angered the gods. The punishment came as earthquakes and floods, wiping Atlantis away in a single night. Some link this to the biblical Great Flood. Whether myth or history, the story suggests that even the most advanced society cannot survive corruption. So, what would life in Atlantis be like tomorrow? You'd wake in a home that hums with energy, travel through cities built on sacred geometry, and live in a world where technology and spirit are inseparable. Healing would be through sound and light, leadership guided by wisdom, and education meant to unlock hidden potential. Whether Atlantis was real or not, its story forces us to ask, did humanity once touch a higher way of living, only to lose it? And if so, what would it take to remember? Keep your mind open. Until next time.